It's Ohio Jimbo, and well, I've mentioned that I do like to paint and such, so I'm going to take this piece of slate and I'm going to turn it into something that has to do with the guitar, because I get inspired by a lot of things, a lot of different images and activities, I guess you would say. They trigger me to do certain creative things. So I like to express myself in creativity, and this is one way that I do it. And I'm going to paint this, and well, we'll see how this all comes out. So one of the first things that I do is I, like on this particular slate, this is a 100-year-old slate, I'll sketch out a rough idea of what I'm going to work on. And then from here, I decide what I'm going to use as far as the color palette, and whether or not I want to push it with an oil paint or an acrylic paint, or possibly just stay with charcoals and such. So the beginning steps are the first, that you actually kind of get the defined area of where you're going to work on and where there's going to be darks and lights. So that sketch will take you to that point. Now the next one, I'll be working on this surface, which is a very, very rough surface. So the brush is going to push a lot of this slate around. But this is 100-year-old slate. It was on some old barns here in Fairfield County, Ohio. And I was lucky to be able to secure this from a couple of people that were salvaging some of the barn stuff and repurposing that. So I bought some of these, and I do some different artwork, and these are fun to do. They have a lot of character to them. So I'm going to work on this one, but what I'll probably do is I'll probably go to a high-speed mode, just so you don't have to sit and listen to me while I'm painting those. But it'll show you kind of how I develop what colors I work on. It's kind of a fun thing. I've selected my tools, my paint brushes, and I'm going to go with acrylics. So this acrylic on this slate should work pretty well. And well, we're going to get into it and push this and see how far we can take it. So wish me luck. I've got a wide variety of colors. I kind of choose the colors as I go along, and with whatever inspiration I'm working on, it allows me to kind of feel what I'm painting. And the idea behind this is start. You just start the project. Once you start it, it sort of follows in its place. And as you go along, you'll find places that you may not be 100% happy with, so you just kind of go back and refine what you're doing. So my goal is to start, and that's what we're going to do. And from this point, I will go to a time lapse so that it doesn't bore you with everything. But I'll tell you as I'm going along what I'm doing, and hopefully you'd get a chance to find some of this old slate to work on. But the cool thing is, everything is usable as a surface to paint on. Whether you're painting on old wood or old slate or something, those are challenging because there's a lot of depth to the surface, so the paint doesn't hold well. But you can find things, household things that are laying around. A real cool one is old dinner plates. If you can find some old white dinner plates, they make a great canvas that you can paint something inside. And those you can use acrylic or oil or what have you. Prepping the surface is key. With this on the slate, there is no prep. I'm going straight in on the slate, and we'll see how it looks. It'll come up with it'll end with a very, very rough look, rustic rough look. It doesn't let the colors pop a lot, but if I use oil, it would lay on top of it. It just takes a little bit longer. So my choice in this one is acrylic for a couple reasons. Number one, I love the ease of cleanup, and I love being able to work with water. I just grabbed some big things of water and kind of working on the whole idea of keeping my brushes nice and wet. And well, we'll be working on the surface here and seeing how it goes. So let's get into this.
When I go out, I've been here long enough. Just sing and tell more jokes and dance and stuff. Just keep the music playing, that'll be a great goodbye. Roll me up and smoke me when I die. Roll me up and smoke me when I die. If anyone don't like it, look 'em in the eye. Said him, come here and I ain't leaving, don't you sit around and cry. Roll me up and smoke me when I die. Take me out and build a roaring fire. Roll me in the flames for about an hour. Pull me out and twist me up, point me towards the sky. Roll me up and smoke me when I die. Roll me up and smoke me when I die. If anyone don't like it, look 'em in the eye. Willie Nelson.
All right, so a lot of paint, some paint brushes, and a mess laying around here. I've come up with the final, and that's what it looks like after painting that on slate. A couple of little twists and turns in there, but all in all, that's kind of a fun project because I get inspired by Trigger. That's Willie's guitar, and well, who isn't inspired by Willie, right? Like you said, man, roll me up and smoke me when I die.
Roll me up and smoke me when I